umaga, mayad nga agahon, coming to you live from Numancia, Aklan in Western Visayas here in the Philippines. I'm having my morning cup of coffee, my coffee with Gino cup here. That's me with the umbrella there. That picture, I took that picture in Boracay Island, on White Beach. I had an umbrella on White Beach, and that's the Dazzle TV logo that our friend HD had made for us. All in the cup here. I had it made here. I give this cup to our viewers when they come visit me here. I don't sell it. I just give it away when people meet me here that watch our channel. I'm having my Copico Blanca, my 3-in-1 coffee here in the Philippines. Coffee, cream, and sugar, powder form. You put it in your cup, put hot water, got a nice cup of coffee. Very inexpensive here in the Philippines. Mine, my Copico Blanca cost me about 70 pesos for 10 packets. So $1.50 for 10 packets of this Copico Blanca. 10 coffee for $1.50. Can't beat it. And it's easy to make, easy peasy, like I like to say. Oh, my good friend Tim C. Good morning, Tim. My yo G, from Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas. That's my good friend Tim C. What's up, brother? Oh, another person from Nevada. Wow, got my Nevada peeps this morning. Rain from Nevada. Hello, Rain. Glad you can enjoy the live stream. Bill Meyer, early today. Yeah, I'm doing early today, but because I slept early last night. I fell asleep before, I think around 7:30. I was just a long day yesterday, workout, running around town, a little busy yesterday, so I fell asleep early, woke up early this morning, and I wanted to do it early. That way I can get my day going. I can go maybe hit the gym early today. It's like I noticed when we went to the gym yesterday, right? I think around in the afternoon, we ended up going to the gym after lunch. We ate lunch first. There was just a lot of people at the gym, so I'm gonna see if I can do the gym early today. Maybe after the live stream, after I take Leanne at the school, I'm just gonna go to the gym. Dazzle might take a break anyway from the gym, or if she decides to go to the gym later, I can still take her to the gym. But I think I'm gonna try to do early gym today. I just got more energy in the morning. Afternoon was kind of rough for me doing the gym. I had to push through it, but I just didn't have the same energy. And then after the gym, we actually went to Edgar's apartment, talked to Edgar. I was just like falling asleep already at Edgar's apartment, so we had to leave quick. We didn't stay long, so by the time I got here, I was really tired. I'm gonna start with the weather, and lots to report about the weather here in the Philippines. We had a super typhoon Nando. It made landfall yesterday. The strongest typhoon of any kind in the world this year. It's like it was packing winds over. Right here it says gust. The gust of the wind, over 200 kilometers per hour were the gusts, reaching like 185 miles an hour with the wind gusts. I was looking at videos online, and it was just like, I know it's gonna severe damage in like the northern Luzon area, the Cagayan, Apaya, Batanes, that area always gets hit. Like I said, that area, northern Luzon, that's like a trajectory for a lot of these typhoons. As of 3 a.m. this morning, the center or the eye of the super typhoon Nando, Nando, it's the 14th typhoon in the Philippines. It's in the Apari, 240 kilometers west of Calayan in Cagayan. So it's actually leaving already the Philippine area responsibility. They expect it to be outside the Philippine area of responsibility by today. Uh, but I haven't seen all the damage yet, but I'm sure there is. My prayers go out to the people of Cagayan, Ilocos Norte, Babuyan Islands. I know they got hammered. I mean, that's like when you get any winds over 200 kilometers per hour, 185 miles per hour of wind. It will pick up a lot of things. Corrugated roof, bamboo, nipa hut, palm trees. I mean, it'll just like it'll severe damage when it's those kind of winds. And today in the Luzon, most of Luzon today, no classes today for school. Here we're actually got no rain. We have no rain. It rained the past 2 days, but it stopped raining here, I would say yesterday afternoon. And then all night last night, no rain at all in our area. Again, you know, we're lucky. We are blessed here in Western Visayas. A lot of these typhoons, 14 typhoons so far this year, none of them passed through our area here. And actually, there's another one. There's another typhoon right after this one that might enter the Philippine area of responsibility by tomorrow. And again, it's going to be in northern Luzon, the same area that got hit with the super typhoon. They might. It's not in the Philippine area of responsibility yet, but it might hit that same area again by tomorrow. So that will be the 15th, number 15 typhoon in the Philippines. Right here it says Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, Apayao, Abra, Batanes, Babuyan Islands. Again, the northern Luzon area of the Philippines. Today, stormy. Stormy is the weather because of Super Typhoon Nando. The rest of the Ilocos region, rains with gusty winds. And that is always what damages a lot of these typhoons here in the Philippines. Rains, the Philippines used to rain, and even floods, you know, there's damage of course with floods, but we're able to like manage that. It's the winds that are really get scary here, because I have seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes with back in 2014 Super Typhoon Yolanda. That was the one that hit pretty much the whole Visayan region, central Luzon. Dazzle and I, we were looking outside the window and we could see just like things flying in the air. I mean, we're talking like metal, you know, corrugated metal flying in the air. You know, that's how these destructive winds from these super typhoons. Like Zambales, Tarlac, Nueva Ecija, all of them are going to be affected by rain today because of Super Typhoon Nando. Same thing with Metro Manila. Metro Manila is the habagat, the monsoon season still, the monsoon rains. With habagat, what happens with habagat usually? When there's a typhoon or super typhoon, it kind of intensifies the habagat. You know, it adds to it. It adds to it. That's why most of the country right here, the rest of the country, we will be having our habagat or southwest monsoon. So we're in that pocket now in the Philippines where this is like the rainy season. You know, it's like last year I have reported before. I remember October before, 4 typhoons hit that northern Luzon area last year, October. Back to back to back, you know, like 4 weeks in a row, they got hammered with typhoons in that area last year. So again, they're getting hammered, you know, 2 super typhoon and then another one coming in right after the super typhoon. You know, something to consider, you know. I know there's expats that live in Ilocos, because I was watching a vlogger that lives in Ilocos, and I was like thinking to myself, man, he picked a rough area for typhoons to pick as far as his retirement destination. But a lot of times that's because of a Filipina. Expats meet a Filipina, and they're gonna live in the area where the Filipina lives, and I understand that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, I'm just looking at all my notes here with the super typhoon. Oh, the new storm is gonna be named Opong. Opong. That will be the 15th, number 15th, if it enters the Philippine area of responsibility. Right now, it's still outside the Philippine area of responsibility. They call it the PAR, P-A-R. But when it does, it's going to be Opong. And it's going to be, the trajectory is like Cagayan again, the northern Luzon area. Yesterday, actually, this was when I was going through the news, they even had flooding. I'm sure many people are familiar in Benguet province, in the Baguio area. They have strawberry fields there. That's why when you go to Baguio City, that's one of the places here in the Philippines that has strawberries. It's like anywhere else in the Philippines. I know they do have strawberries up in the mountains in Antique, but not as popular as in Baguio. When you go to Baguio, they just got so many strawberries there because they have strawberry fields up there in the mountain in Benguet province. Well, yesterday I saw a picture. Right here's the picture. The strawberry fields are underwater. So even up in the mountains, it floods. That's why I was reporting yesterday. There's really no area in the Philippines where you can't say, if you ask me, oh, does it flood in that area? More likely, there's a section somewhere in any province here in the Philippines, including Benguet. Imagine that. That's like Benguet is like mile high up in the mountains, right? And they got the strawberry fields are all flooded. So just keep that in mind. When you're looking for a place in the Philippines, do your research. Like I said, maybe ask people that live in the area. If you're selecting a place here in Aklan, ask me what areas in Aklan floods, because there are areas in Aklan that floods, and there are areas that do not flood. Or maybe live on a hill, pick a hill. That way you're not worried about flooding, because that's what we did when we bought the land in Caticlan. Our land in Caticlan is up on top of the hill, with a nice view of the ocean if you build a high enough house. So, I'm not worried about tsunami. I'm not worried about flooding. I'm not worried about any of that, Same thing with all right. The other thing I wanted to report. Remember yesterday I was reporting about the DPWH, the Department of Public Works, the people that build things here in the Philippines. They have a big scandal of, of course, billions of dollars, not even pesos, just billions of dollars stolen with the flood projects, bridges falling apart, roads falling apart here in the Philippines because of the corruption in that organization. That's why there's like massive protests in the Philippines, everywhere in the Philippines, protesting about the corruption at the DPWH. I just read another article yesterday. Now it's coming out that the Department of Education here in the Philippines, the DPWH, they built 1,000 classrooms. This would be including like the classrooms that Liana studies. If you look at these classrooms, they're basically cement walls, windows, the jalousie type window, and corrugated roof. There's not much to building them. You can build these classrooms pretty quick. Shouldn't take more than like a couple of months or maybe 6 months at the most to build some of these classrooms. But now it's coming out, I read the article, 1,000 of these classrooms, the Department of Education is reporting unusable because they did such a poor job, or however it is, I'm sure they cut on costs, or whatever they did, basically they build this classroom just for show. At least they build something, because some of the DPWH, some of their projects they're called ghost projects. They don't even build anything. They just take the money. At least they try to build a classroom, but 1,000 of these classrooms are unusable. The whatever they build, they can't even use them as classroom. Just like that's why I wouldn't be surprised if more protests, will happen. And usually, again, most of the protests, they'll probably do it on the weekend, because especially in Manila, it's already traffic in Manila during the week, Monday to Friday when people work. So I can't see them protesting on a weekday. And then after what happened in Metro Manila with the youth clashing with the police, I don't know if they're gonna allow. I don't know if they're gonna allow that to happen again. I don't know if they're gonna allow any march or anything like that to happen again. Because here, they can stop things like that. Here, it's not like in the U.S. where people can march. People can. It'll start as a peaceful march, but unfortunately, in Metro Manila, it's only happened there, not anywhere else in the Philippines. Metro Manila just got. When you're in Metro Manila. I call them terrorists, but basically you got gangs in Manila. You got like youth that got nothing better to do but cause trouble. That's why those things happen in Manila. So the weather, I cover the news. I always try to cover those every day now. I think between the weather and the news, I'll continue. Oh man, looks like we might get there's clouds outside, but looks like we might get some sun this morning here. Coffee is really expensive here in Iowa. $14 a pound for Folgers. I remember Folgers during my time in the U.S. We in the military, it's all about brewed coffee in the military. I remember we would even buy, in the military, we had the commissary. Commissary is kind of like our grocery in the military. And usually when you're the one task in the office, usually somebody in the office is, hey, I'll go get some coffee. We will get several cans of coffee, and usually we all chip in. As active duty military, we would chip in. Somebody gets the coffee, and we usually buy the white label, no brand, no Folgers or anything like that. It'll say coffee, because it's the cheapest. And in the military, we didn't care. We just want like strong coffee, black. That way we can stay awake. Working in the hospital, it's like especially if you're wearing swing shift. 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. or you work the graveyard, the night shift from 7 to 7, man, you need that strong coffee to stay awake working in the hospital. Tim Arnett, hello from Florida. Hello, Tim. Vaughn, can't stay today. May come back. Oh, no worries. I'm only gonna do the live stream today till I take Leanna to school. So maybe an hour and a half, because I have to take her to school at 7 this morning. I already cooked her rice. Let me turn off the rice cooker. Oh, right there. So I still have to make her lunch. I got the rice cooked. I think I'll cook some Hungarian sausages for Leanna, and she always liked egg. So Hungarian sausage and egg and rice will be her lunch today. I have to make her lunch. All I can say with all this flood control pilfering, if one is afraid of rains and flooding, those corrupt people must feel the same fear. Yeah, I agree, Vaughn, but unfortunately, it's like these people, it's like hopefully they can chase some of the money or confiscate some of their money, or they even really deserve to go to jail, but with the money that they got, the connections they have politically, would not surprise me if they get away and then they just move to another country and live rich somewhere else, some other country. Fear is the greatest motivator than greed. All right. Wow, I just finished re-watching your live stream and you are on. Good morning, Kuya. Listening from work. All right. Vegas Will. He calls me Mr. Weatherman. Mr. Weatherman. That's why I did the weather, man. Pretty extensive weather, you know. We got the super typhoon Nando. We got another one right after it, maybe entering the PAR, Philippine Area of Responsibility tomorrow. Opong. Opong is the name. It's gonna be the number 15 typhoon of the year for 2025. We usually average about 18 to 20 typhoon. And like I said, majority, my light fell. I don't think I need my light anymore here because it's becoming light outside. I'm gonna show you here real quick after, we usually get about 18 to 20 typhoons a year. And again, like I've been saying many times, usually the trajectory of the typhoons here, Eastern Visayas, Samar and Leyte. My friend Belus, he's in Wyoming right now. He does farming in Leyte, but he lives it up on a hill or a mountain, so he's safe from flooding. But Samar, Leyte, those places get hammered in Eastern Visayas, and then from Eastern Visayas, they don't go straight to us. Luckily, you know, we're blessed. We're blessed here in Western. They go up. It's an upward trajectory, northwest trajectory from Eastern Visayas, Samar, Leyte. They start climbing up to like the Bicol region. That's another area here in the Philippines. You know, if you're considering moving to the Philippines, I mean, it's a beautiful area. That Legazpi area, Mayon volcano is right there in that area. Just beautiful area, but they get hit with a lot of typhoons, a lot of flooding. You know, if you live there, a lot of places get flooded in the Bicol region, and then all the way to Cagayan and Ilocos Norte. Cagayan and Ilocos Norte, I would say, out of all the places in the Philippines, if you chose Cagayan or if you choose Ilocos Norte and like Batanes, that area, you're gonna see more typhoons, more flooding, more winds than any place in the Philippines. That's kind of, to me, that's the Florida of the Philippines. So if you choose, you know, nothing wrong. You know, like I know people, there's people that live there. Many people do farming in that area. But just to know that if you select those areas, you're gonna get a lot of rain, a lot of typhoons. All right, Vegas Wheel. Good work. Ben is my name. Do you Filipino men resent expats? Not at all. You know, I'm not gonna say all. You know, there are. I'm sure there's like Filipinos where you know their girlfriend or you know somebody like that got you know, that lost their girlfriend to an expat, but we do not have that sentiment here in the Philippines. And I have mentioned that in the previous live stream. I can honestly say, in deep in my heart, I cannot think of a better country in the world that accepts Americans more than the Philippines. Maybe before Canada, you can say, before Canada was like a buddy of the United States, but I don't think they're a buddy now. You know, I don't think Canada, you know, from what I'm seeing in the news, I don't think Canada is a buddy of the United States anymore. Maybe Mexico before, but now I'm seeing in Mexico City, they want gringo go home. They are chanting gringo go home because the cost of things in Mexico are rising because of the expats moving in. Here in the Philippines, you will not see that. Once in a while, they got radical groups here in the Philippines that will protest at the American embassy in Manila. But I think that happens at any embassy in the world. You know, they'll burn a flag even. But that's just for show. Usually, it's a dozen nutheads. You know, I call them nuts that do that. You know, at any embassy in the world. You know, they just want to make a scene. You know, make America look bad. But I cannot think of any other country in the world, even here in Southeast Asia, that welcomes Americans more. Vietnam, you know, people say Vietnam now is up and coming. You know, people want to But hey, I remember the Vietnam War. It's like some of those people are still alive. It's like we Americans in Vietnam. We know that was a big Vietnam War is a big thing. And like I said, there's certain generations that there's still landmines in Vietnam, right? That's not unexploded. That they're still digging out of the ground. So I can't think. I mean, like I challenged people here in the live stream before. Name me a country that's more welcoming to Americans than the Philippines. Good morning, Gino and Bon. All right, good morning, Edgar. Good morning, Edgar. Hope you're getting your malunggay pandesal this morning. I got some leftover malunggay pandesal, so I heated a couple of them in my toaster oven. Right there's my toaster oven right there, but it's not as good. The malunggay pandesal, when you get it, it's like crusty on top. The inside's so fluffy, warm, hot sometimes. It's just really good when you get it. Then what happens is like it shrinks. It like condenses. It's like when it's a day over. A day later pandesal, kind of like a donut. It's like when a donut comes out of that Krispy Kreme comes out of that tray. It's like fresh out of the cooking a donut. It's like amazing, right? But the day old donut is like just okay. The same thing with the malunggay pandesal. The day old pandesal is just okay. Where is live? The wind's blowing at 80 miles per hour. What I don't like is the hail or side. Yeah, with the winds here, and I have seen it, Bill, with the winds here when there's a typhoon. Like I said, we went through in 2014. We got part of like super typhoon Yolanda, and then in 2019 we got super typhoon Ursula. It did not pass our area; it was above us, but still it brought winds here, and I got to see. I could imagine if we were like closer to like the eye, or we were like in the outer bands, but man, stuff was flying in the air, and it's the gust that's scary. Like this one with Super Typhoon Nando, the gusts went up to like 185 miles an hour. Man, that is some strong winds, and it's not a constant like blowing wind, but when it gusts, it kind of shakes your house, man. It's like it feels like an earthquake because and our house is solid cement. Our house is like about this thick cement, rebar. But it shakes our house when it gusts like that. That's why. And of course, they have tornadoes too. And I'm sure they got hail too. I've seen videos where areas in the Philippines that get hail damage, and then tornadoes. It's like my good friend James of James and Karen's Adventure. He actually filmed a water spout, a water tornado, while he was out in the middle of the ocean. On his trip to Masbate Island before. So they exist here. Tornadoes, hail, all that. It's here. It's here in the Philippines. The president of Mexico is a Jewish woman. Pretty interesting. All right, I did not know that. I've seen her. I know she was meeting with the Canadian Prime. What's that? Carney. I saw a video of Carney and her meeting because they're trying to come up with something because they're not agreeing with like what the U.S. is doing politically. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I did not know that. Thank you for that tidbit. Thank you for that. Let me just show you outside here real quick what the weather looks like in our neighborhood. And then I'm going to wake up Leanna here in a minute after I show you guys outside. But looks like it's going to be a good day here. It might rain, of course, because it's still the habagat season. But no rain this morning. I do see some clouds, so it might rain later, but at least it's light. At least you can, there's no sun, but at least it's bright this morning. It's not gloomy. It doesn't look. It's not raining right now. Of course, it's quiet again in the neighborhood here. Pretty early, it's like only 6 a.m. There's our car right there. We have a Toyota Wigo 2019. There's our tricycle, Bumblebee. I'm gonna have to wake up Leanna here now. It's 6 a.m. I have to wake her up so she can take a shower, get ready for school, and I'll take her to school at around 7. So I'll have to end the live stream here around 7. But very quiet in the neighborhood, especially this morning. Usually my neighbors here, what will happen, they got that tree right there. It kind of has a lot of leaves that fall. So you hear my neighbors here, they're going to be sweeping. A lot of us are sweeping our front of our house area, sweeping with using a walis ting ting. It's called walis ting ting here in the Philippines. So I'm going to go ahead and wake up Leanna now so she can get ready for school. Let's put this here. I set my phone on my Blue Yeti, and I power it. I power it with a Blue Yeti. That way, I don't lose any. It keeps it charged. My phone doesn't hold. It's an old iPhone, I think 10, so it doesn't hold power like it used to. Let me just wake up Leanna. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All right. All right. So not many comments this morning. So I'll see. I actually, usually I try to prepare a topic to discuss, but I don't have anything prepared because I slept early and then woke up early. Let me just see what else I can talk about this morning. I did that video yesterday. If you watched the video last night, it's Christmas. Christmas is already full swing, going on full swing here in the Philippines. I already hear Christmas music at the malls, at City Mall, Calibo, they're playing it. At the grocery stores, they're playing it. Grand Gaisano plays Christmas music already. But they haven't displayed like that giant Christmas trees, things like that. I haven't seen that. But music, and I'm pretty sure, come October, you're gonna see more like Christmas decorations here in our area. Good morning, James. James and Karen's Adventures. They're in Masbate. I heard James yesterday mention that maybe going home today, back to Aklan province. So if you do, James and Karen and Ray, safe travels, my friends. Be okay, right there, heading back today. If the Coast Guard allows it, there you go. Just stay safe. Whatever you guys do, stay safe. That's the thing here in the Philippines. The Coast Guard controls the ocean, basically. If there's any type of weather in the Philippines, especially with like the super typhoon, the typhoons, the minute the Coast Guard here in the Philippines, there's levels of they call it signal number one to signal number 5. With Super Typhoon Nando, it was signal number 5. I mean, it cannot get higher than 5. If 5 is that's like danger, stay home, hide, evacuate. They had evacuations in Cagayan. Thousands of people evacuated in the Cagayan area because the eye of Super Typhoon Nando was gonna hit. So a lot of times here, they use the schools here as evacuation centers. Most of the province here use the schools because schools here, again, they have the corrugated roof, not the strongest, but at least they got walls. They got cement walls that at least will protect you, instead of like if you're like in a bamboo home, at 185 miles an hour, you can get blown away easy. Living on those bamboo homes. Nipa is made of coconut leaves, so very dangerous on those type of winds. So signal number 5 is the highest, and then it goes 4, 3, 2, 1. One, usually when you announce like signal number 1, a lot of times rain's not even present or winds are not. It's kind of like a warning. Signal number 1 is like the lowest warning that something is coming, right? But the Coast Guard, the minute they say signal number 1, there's Leanna coming down. All right. Good morning, Leanna. So signal number 1, like I said, it doesn't have to have rain at signal number 1, but the Coast Guard would already suspend all ocean travel. Being extra safe, because if something happens in the middle of the ocean or the sea, it's their job to like rescue people. So like preventive measure, that's why they cancel all water activities, Boracay. All water activities are shut down when the minute they say signal number 1. Also, no travel on the ferry, so no travel on the bangka. That's why James is mentioning he's got to keep an eye on that. Make sure that the Coast Guard will allow them to travel back here to Aklan. But be safe, guys. James, Karen, Ray, be safe. Safe travels back to Aklan. Ria, my good friend Ria in Tennessee. Good morning, Gino. I saw your vlog. Christmas decorations are up. Nice. I know. I like that in Royal Suites Hotel. They make the best display. It's the same displays that they have every year, but I like seeing it because I don't see many train sets here, things like that, or even the globe, the snow globe. You don't see a lot of that here. Not even sold, really. What you see here is like a lot of Christmas tree, Christmas lights, but they have just collected, the amazing collection that they have there at the Royal Suites Hotel. That's why I go there every year, especially when I know the display is up. I always go there. They even have their fireplace that's like it's a fake fireplace, but it's just nice. Nice setup they have there. And then I filmed the bowling alley. I mean, I'm so happy that they have a bowling alley again in Calibo, because the last time I went bowling with Dazzle was when we were doing OJT, our last semester of school. This was in 2016, before we graduated. We had to do an internship. Dazzle and I, we took the same job, and the office where Dazzle and I worked, it was the office of the provincial agriculturist. We were basically, Dazzle and I were like an intern, like admin support. We brought our laptop, anything that they needed, Excel spreadsheets, update, mostly like encoding, mostly inputting information, time cards, different things like that. We did it for like a semester. That was like, we had to complete that internship, and then after that we were eligible to graduate. We had to put in hours at the office of the provincial agriculturist. It's like part of the governor of Aklan. So we worked for the governor of Aklan during that time. And one of the activities that we did with the people that we worked with, we went bowling. That was the last time Dazzle and I went bowling there at the bowling lanes in Calibo. During the pandemic, they shut down the bowling alley, and it never came up. It was shut down. I guess they lost money during the pandemic, and then when the pandemic was over, no bowling alley. I was happy to hear, when they revived it. They changed the lanes. I mean, brand new lanes. I'm sure they refurbished the pins, but really nice bowling alley now. It's only 6 lanes, but for us here in the province, that's a big deal. That's a big deal for us, because It's the only bowling alley in the entire province of Aklan. I have, that's the only one in Calibo, those 6 lanes. I'm glad they do because I used to bowl. I was a pretty decent bowler during my military days. I used to bowl in leagues. I used to, the hospital leagues, the base at Misawa Air Base. Actually, my hospital team, we actually won. We actually won one year. The Base Y League. Bowling league. So I'm a pretty decent bowler, but of course, 9 years later, I haven't played. It's not my own ball. They have like it's not even your own shoes, the own ball. But it was still fun. It was still fun for me just to throw the bowling ball again. We'll do that for sure again. We'll do that for sure again. That will be like another family night. We'll do that. Bill Meyer, good morning, James and Karen. Safe journey. Yes, please. Let's pray for safe journey back to Aklan for our good friends James and Karen and also Ray. Good morning, Gino. Philippines should have a fleet of hydrofoils so it could sail over the big waves. I have seen. I don't know if they're hydrofoils, but I have seen them like catamaran style boats. They do have them. They do build them, but they do have big waves here, man. During storms here, usually the Coast Guard will not let anybody be out in the ocean. Once, like I said, once signal number one, once a storm, once a typhoon is coming, nobody's allowed to be out in the ocean, and I wouldn't want to be out in the ocean anyway when a typhoon is coming. Not many good things can come out of it, if you're out in the ocean during a typhoon here in the Philippines. Not with those winds, man. The winds is what will get you. And I'm sure winds, waves, there's a correlation, I'm sure. Stronger winds, bigger waves. I can't believe that bowling alley still exists. All right, right? I think it's been around forever, right? I wonder if it's the same place I played in the 1980s. Is it across the ABL, the Aklan? It's called ABL. It's near the Capitol area, right? Where the governor's office, the Capitol area. It's right across that. It's the bowling alley. I'm pretty sure it's the same location in the 80s because I can't see them building another. The building like before, it just looks old. When Dazzle and I played there in 2016, 9 years ago, that building was falling apart already. I was even thinking, it's on its last legs, back in 2016, because even the lanes, I remember when we bowled, your ball, you roll your ball. There's areas in the lanes where it would bounce, because it's not like smooth, it's not new, it's like old lanes. But for like I said, we played anyway. It was fun playing anyway because it's what we got. It's what we got here. It's what we got here in the province. That's why you're in the province when it's things like that. We just don't have a lot of the modern facilities, modern conveniences that cities have. There's not a city. There's not a city here in Aklan province. Aklan province is basically 17 towns. Oh, I forgot to tell Leanna. Hold on. Leanna, do you need hot water? Because I made you hot water. Hot water. Do you need hot water? You need it? Okay. I'll bring it in there if you want me to. Daling ko dyan. Okay? Alright. I always Leanna doesn't like taking like cold showers like I do. I'm used to like cold showers. So I heat her like water, and it's like that hot pot, let me see, right there, the hot pot. So I heat her hot water. We put it in it's like a pail, and then she mixes it. That way she can take like a hot bath or hot shower. Because it's early, I guess it's early for her. She don't like taking. I guess it's the same place. Yes, yes, I'm sure. I'm sure it's the same place, Ria, because the first time I bowled in there, like I said, it was like in 2016. I was looking around the building. I was like, man, is this building gonna fall apart? Because I was looking at the roof. They got stuff hanging down, ready to fall on the bowling lane. But now it's all refurbished, as you can see when I filmed it. Really nice, refurbished bowling alley. Hello, Gino and the Panay Posse. All right, Daniel, my good friend, in Jacksonville, Florida. Good morning, Daniel. Good afternoon or evening in Florida. On the video last night, Dazzle finally got her rambutan. It's rambutan season, and one of Dazzle's favorite season here in Aklan is rambutan season. That's one of her favorite fruits, rambutan and lanzones. But right now, you saw in that video just tons of rambutan in Balete area, where James and Karen from James and Karen's Adventure, their hometown here in Aklan. That area where James and Karen live here in Aklan province, that is kind of like our what is that? Fruit, vegetables, and fruit capital of Aklan. They are known for good fruit, good vegetables, because I think it's the soil. I think it's the soil in Balete. Like a lot of people, even from Calibo, when they're going to Iloilo, or they're coming from Iloilo going to Calibo, you would pass Balete and you see trucks. You see semi-trucks even stopping at the fruit stands in Balete, picking up rambutan, lanzones, avocados. They just have good fruit. Where James and Karen live in Balete. We go there. The minute it's rambutan season, I know Dazzle and I we're gonna make weekly trips there, because it's not just rambutan that Dazzle can buy. She can also buy lanzones, and then also me, I like avocado, and even just the bananas. Even they have plenty of bananas in the lowest price out of our province here in Aklan. They got the best prices for fruits and vegetables. Leanna, let me know when you want the water in there. All right. LOL. If you can bowl well in that alley, you're going to be the best. Well, right now it's really nice. Now, I can tell they put in new lanes. There's no more. Before, like I said, 9 years ago when I bowled there, you roll your ball and then the middle lane, your ball's rolling and they'll like jump, because there's a hump. But now it's like all smooth. It's like perfect. Refurbish it, nicely oiled. It's like I can see myself. The only thing is they're only open, I think, at 3 or 4 p.m. They close at midnight, and because it's only 6 lanes, we only were able to play one game because they had a league. They had a league that was playing, so they booted us out after one game. But we got to play one game, so it was Leanna and Mom's first time. All right, I'll put it in there. I'll put it in here. Be careful when you mix the water, okay? All right. So there's Leanna's hot water for her hot shower, the tabo style. The pail. She'll do the tabo, and at least she got hot water with that, and then she'll mix it with the cold water. That way, it's at least warm. She doesn't like taking cold showers. Me, I'm just used to it, man. I can take cold showers anytime. Like when I go to the gym here has showers, but they don't have hot water either. But when you're sweaty, you don't. Me, I like cold water when I'm sweaty. I know they say here in the Philippines, they say, oh, you don't do that. They have this thing here in the Philippines called pasma, PASMA. They say it's not good. You know, it's not good. Like if you're sweating, if you're a runner like me, I'm a runner, and then take a cold shower. But I've always done that. It's never bothered me. So, and I'm used to that. When I was in Boracay, I would run the beach. I'll be super sweaty and I'll jump in the ocean. You know, it's like that. That was one of the things I used to do. So, doesn't bother me. The cold showers here doesn't bother me at all. Southern Kyle Benny. That's how I did our showers growing up. We'd heat up water in a pot and then mix it. Yeah, that's what Leanna does. The same thing. That's what I do with Leanna, especially in the morning when it's rainy outside. The water it seems colder, but you know, for like I said, for me, I'm just used to it. I've been taking cold showers here in the Philippines for 14 years now, so it's like it's a treat when I do take a hot shower at the hotel, you know. But I don't mind. I don't mind the cold showers at all. Man, rambutan here in Tennessee costs an arm and a leg. Here, a kilo of rambutan is 60 pesos. 60 pesos is what Dazzle paid. She got 2 kilos for 120 pesos. So about $2.25 for 2 kilos. And I'm sure we'll be back because let me see. It's all gone. It's all gone. The 2 kilos don't last. Between Leanna and Dazzle, the 2 kilos do not last at all. She should have bought 3 kilos. But well, you know, we live so close to Balete. It only takes us less than 30 minutes because the minute you cross Banga is the town. The minute you cross to Balete, there's already several. I mean, there's like a dozen fruit stands, vegetable stands. That's why I say it's like the fruit and vegetable capital of Aklan province, Balete. Balete's got, man, they got good fruits and vegetables. I want to use Dazzle coconut ball. Yeah, it's the green. It's like a light green. You know, she picked a light green ball. Joe, good morning. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Joe. All right, I got to the end. What else was on that video? I did the rambutan. Oh, and then I included like when we were at SM Rojas. I did get to try something. I always try to eat something new when I go to SM Rojas or SM City Iloilo. We do not have an SM here in Calibo. We do not have a Robinson's. So it's a treat for us when we do go to a city. I don't like staying long, you know. I can handle the city when I go to Rojas City or Iloilo City for a few days, you know. 3-4 days and I'm ready to go back to the, you know, like the more provincial, more rural, you know. But it is fun when we do go. Like I know for Dazzle and Leanna, they love shopping, you know. It's like me, I'm not much of a shopper, but I do enjoy the food. That's why I always try something new. And I saw that there was like pepper steak, rice, pepper steak. It was delicious, man. Hefty rice, you know. And normally I would only finish like half that rice, and that was a big plate of rice. It had corn on top. It had that ginger sauce, and it had that beef. It's like thin slices of beef. It almost felt like beef bacon or something. It was so tender, and you mix it all in. They had additional sauces. Man, I finished that whole thing. It was delicious. I'll have that again. Now, I recommend that. And then after that, I had Dairy Queen for dessert. You know, it's like we don't have Dairy Queen here in Aklan province. So those are the kind of things. That's why when I go to Rojas City, I enjoy, because a little taste of America for me. Same thing when I go to Iloilo City. You know, a little taste of America. I always hit my Burger King. You know, I always hit my Burger King in Iloilo City. I always try to go to Sbarro of New York at SM City Iloilo, because I like their lasagna at Sbarro. There is here in Calibo, there is nobody that makes like American style lasagna. They have Greenwich is one of the fast food places here in Calibo. Franchise is Greenwich. They have pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, but their lasagna doesn't taste like lasagna. It's not like the American size. You know, the one in SM City Iloilo is like a thick. You got ricotta. We got ricotta cheese. Got marinara sauce. It's perfect for me. I like that type of lasagna. That's the only lasagna that I like here in the Philippines, and they have it at Sibaro. And then, of course, when we're in Iloilo City, I hit SNR. And then when I'm in Rojas City, I hit Robinson, because Robinson has a lot of items. They have a lot of American goods. And now I notice a lot of Canadian goods and also British, United Kingdom products. The brand is like from UK, from the United Kingdom, and then the Canada brand. There's a brand. So there's a lot of products that I can get in Robinson's grocery store that I don't get here in Calibo. Like I picked up like the wrap, the tortilla wrap, you know, that those kind of things. I don't see that here in Calibo. That's why I enjoy going, you know, when we're in Rojas City or we're in Iloilo City, I stock up on things that I can't get here. So it's available, you know. Rojas City is less than 2 hours away from us, so it's nice when we visit there. And then we see our friends Mike and Kat, you know, we get to see Lara at the Canadian Beaver. Oh wow, the sun is up now, man. Let me show you guys. I mean, looks like it's gonna be a sunny day. Gonna be a sunny day here now. It's nice. The sun is up. See, like you said, like I said, you know, like in Luzon, northern Luzon area, it's like super typhoon, another typhoon coming. But here in western Visayas, in our province, look at that. So James and Karen and Ray, they should be able to come back to Aklan because look at that bright sunshine this morning. So looks like we're done with the rain already today. Bright and sunny, and I don't see rain clouds. I see white clouds, but they're not rain clouds. I can always tell the rain clouds because they're usually like dark rain clouds. But right now, looks like we're gonna be okay. Bright sun. I did laundry yesterday, so maybe our laundry will even dry. Right there, our laundry is hanging, so hopefully our laundry will even dry. Because here in the Philippines, we do not, most people anyway, most people here do not have a dryer. Most people here will wash their clothes, and our dryer here in the Philippines is the sun. You know, it's the sun. You know, it's like, I have seen dryers. Actually, Edgar's apartment actually has a dryer. It's like rare, very rare that you see a dryer here, like an electric dryer. But most of the time, everybody just hangs their clothes because it gets sunny here. You know, it's like, and then you just end up, if your clothes are super wrinkled, because sometimes when you're like, it's not quite, you know, we iron. We have an iron right here. So a lot of times we iron our clothes. You know, that way it's not so wrinkled. Like Leanna's uniform. We iron Leanna's uniform. There's Joe. Good morning again, Joe. I didn't want to miss you, Joe. Thank you, Joe, for being on the live stream again. I think the prices of Asian food and products are higher now because of the tariffs. You know, it's like you guys know that more than me. I'm sure it is. I mean, I'm sure you know, because of the tariffs. I think I heard that, like even like the Mang Tomas sauce, you know, bagoong, you know, the stuff that's imported from the Philippines are going up in prices. I've been single solo for well over 10 years, so I take lots of cold showers. You're funny, Daniel. You're funny. The Colonel. All right, good morning, Colonel. Good morning, Charlie Latz from Boston. Good morning. Yo, I gotta check out, but I may No worries, Tim. You know, you can contact me anytime. Tim and I, he always like, whenever I even go phone calls. We even have audio. We even have like, he calls me from Vegas. We talk, just talk. We just talk different things. We talk about life. We talk about everything. No worries, Tim. I'm available today. Just give me a call. Give me a call. Did you mix the sauce with the pepper beef? Yes, I mix it all. You can see like I mix it all together. I was trying to tell you do it while I was watching your blog. I was, if you notice, I was mixing it with my left hand because I was just filming with my camera with this phone right here. So it was kind of like I couldn't mix it with like the spoon and the fork because I had to hold the camera and I was mixing it with one hand. But it was delicious. I'll buy that again. I mean, that was like $4 for that meal, a really nice meal. The sauce that they had, it reminded me, it's gingery. That one was tastes a lot ginger. The other one reminded me of like tonkatsu sauce, but stronger, like a stronger tonkatsu. So I just poured all that sauce, mixed the rice, mixed the beef. It was amazing. I will order that again. Now I have two things that I really like now. That pepper beef, I like that at SM Rojas. And the other one that I really like at Robinson, that the Oishi Bachoy, that gyodon. Because gyodon is like it's the same thing, shredded beef, tender beef, onions, ginger, on a rice bowl. I used to eat that all the time when I was in Japan. I would even stop at in Japan we had those kind of like Circle K. I think they were called Lawson. I think that's the name. It's been many years. It was the year 2000 to 2004 when I was in Japan. But I used to just pop in like the Circle K type store, gas station in Japan. They used to just pop those gyudon in the microwave. Comes out of the microwave steaming, and I would eat it right there in the gas station. I would eat that gyudon. That's why when I ate that at SM at Robinson's, I was like, man, this is exactly how I remember gyudon. I was like so happy to make that discovery because now I have a go-to meal at Robinson's Mall in Rojas. KFC tastes like the chicken in States. Burger tastes different, I think. Yes, but for me, the Burger King, I like it. I don't miss burger. Like every time I go to Iloilo City, I always get Burger King. It might taste different, but because it's been a long time since I had a Burger King in the U.S. But for me, every time it hits the spot for me. It's like when I bite it, it's got that grill marks, the flame broiled burger. It has the same taste for me anyway. I get it all the time. And then I get the onion rings too. The onion rings I like at Burger King. I don't think I've gone to Iloilo where I didn't eat a Burger King. Sometimes I eat twice. Sometimes I eat twice Burger King. It looks like the Super Typhoon will directly hit Hanoi. Ooh. Yeah, I know it's leaving the Philippine area of responsibility today, if not already. It's like that's why there's another one coming. I don't know if this one's gonna be a super typhoon, but it's the next one's already on its way. They're expecting it tomorrow. Same area of the Philippines. This next typhoon. Good morning, Gino fam and Panay Pasi. Good morning, Fortune. Good morning. Early start. I know Leanna's got school. I mean, it's bright and sunny, So Leanna's got school this morning. She's getting ready now. I'm gonna end the live stream here probably in another 10 minutes or so because I still gotta finish up her lunch. I gotta fry her egg and then Hungarian sausages. She wanted Hungarian sausages for lunch, and I already made the rice, so I'm gonna do that. Give me time to prepare her lunch and then take her to school on Bumblebee. That's why I started early, Fortune, because I went to bed early last night, got up early this morning, so I figure after I drop off Leanna, I'll probably head to the gym. That way it's an early gym time for me, because yesterday we didn't get to the gym till after lunch. We ate lunch first and then we went to the gym, and just didn't have the same energy working out in the afternoon. I'm not an afternoon guy. I'm not an evening guy. I'm a morning person. That's like everybody can tell I'm a morning person. So usually after I eat a big lunch or I eat any lunch, I'm ready for a nap. So it didn't work. We're trying to do different things. Usually it's because of Dazzle. I'm kind of like, I want her to work out too. We're working out together. So she wakes up later than me. But today, I think I'm going to hit the gym. As soon as I drop off Leanna, I'm going to head to the gym. And then if Dazzle wants to work out later on, I'll just take her. I'll just take her to the gym. I can always do something in Calibo while Dazzle's at the gym. I can always like buy groceries. I can run an errand. I can run an errand in Calibo. But I prefer like working out like right off the bat, because I got energy. Like right now, I know if I go on the treadmill, I have more energy on the treadmill. I can do more push-ups. I can lift more weights. After lunch, after a big lunch, man, I'm ready for a nap. I'm ready for a nap. Kumusta? Kumusta, Lowell? Kumusta? From Oregon, my good friend. God bless my brother. God bless my brother. Good day, Vaughn, Will, all right. Fortune, Edgar, James and Karen, all right. Hello, Kuya and the gang. Top of the morning to you. Whopper it is. Yes, I love the Whopper. I think out of all the American burgers that I eat in here, I prefer it than McDonald's. To me, Whopper is superior to like the Big Mac or the quarter pounder with cheese. But I do eat it. I'll eat the quarter pounder with cheese. But if I had a choice, I would rather have a Whopper, because it's got more, like the grill marks, and the veggies usually are better. Maybe it's just me. That's why when I order like a quarter pounder with cheese at McDonald's here, I always tell them I want a quarter pounder with cheese with lettuce and tomato, and they charge me like 40 pesos to add a tomato in it and a lettuce in it. But they do it. You can request it, because I do it all the time. Same thing when I get a chicken sandwich at McDonald's. I always tell them I want lettuce and tomato, and they charge me like 40 pesos for it. Good day, Colonel and Joe. I'm worried about foreign NGOs inciting trouble. I'd hate to think my American tax money is being misused again. I know, James. That's like, here in the Philippines, I've known this for many years, James. Unfortunately, a lot of like the foreign aid that comes to the Philippines, a lot of the foreign aids that come to the Philippines for humanitarian, for economic, a lot of money from U.S. aid, or that America's always like donated a lot of money here in the Philippines. And unfortunately, here in the Philippines, because of the corruption, it's even happened here, James, before, where the United States military donated like a C-131 full of ammunition and weapons, and it did not get to the Philippine military. It's just unfortunate. Things happen like that here in the Philippines. It's like well-intended that Americans always want to help the Philippines economically, humanitarian, all that, militarily. But, unfortunately, the corruption here in the Philippines is just in another level. Good morning. Fortune can tell you all about it. We can have a discussion with Fortune, and he can tell you the level of corruption here in the Philippines. It's just not, it's been like that throughout the years. It's nothing new. You can't really say, well, the current administration or the previous administration. Corruption's been in the Philippines, been happening since the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. This is nothing new. The things that like the DPWH, ghost projects, government projects, that's why infrastructure is so bad here in the Philippines. It's because of that, because of the corruption. Been going on for 50 years or over. It's nothing new. Even when I see this protests about corruption, you could have been protesting in the 70s, in the 60s. It's the same corruption that's been going on for many, many years. And unfortunately, I don't think it will be ever solved because it's so ingrained in the Philippine way of life, government. It's like from the barangay level, from all the levels of government here, there's just corruption, unfortunately. And it's not like we're the only country that's got corruption. It's like other countries got corruption too, but the Philippines kind of just takes it to another level when it comes to corruption. Still no classes for yeah, I saw that. No classes for Manila. Well, Luzon, pretty much the entire Luzon don't have classes today. A lot of it, no classes. Hope all is well there. Yes, I mean it's bright and sunny now, man. It's like you can see the sun right there, man. It's gonna be a hot day here today. With strong winds. Yeah, you're getting the stormy weather there, Fortune. Joe, you're a good man. Have a nice day. All right, thank you, Joe. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Joe. But no flooding. No, good thing. No flooding. We don't need no flooding, Fortune. I know. Lucita in the house. Lucita, my good friend in Maine. All right. We had some damage on our garage roof, but it's 10-year-old roofing. We'll get for. All right. PM me, man. PM. James saying that U.S. aid money needs to be watched closely. Yes. I mean, any money that comes to the Philippines, unfortunately, James, need to be watched. Not just the money coming in here, but like the taxpayer money. That's why Filipinos are like holding rallies, and they're tired too. It's like they're tired of government here, like all these government agencies stealing all the money here. Hello, James and Karen. Wow. Hello, Lucia. All right, Terry. All right, Terry Wolf. I got to the bottom. Terry. Hey, Gino. Love your channel. It's so different from all the rest of the channels about the Philippines. Yours is more about everyday life, which is 95% real life. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the kind words, Terry. And that's all I'm doing. It's like I'm not gonna change. That's kind of like what our channel's all about, just showing you day-to-day life, showing me getting Leanna ready for school. It's like I gotta get going here so I can finish up her lunchbox so I can take her to school this morning. I do appreciate everyone that continues to watch our channel, that continues to watch our videos. I'm not gonna change. It's the simple day-to-day life that I know. I've been getting requests I should do more videos, walking videos, and I have that in mind. So it's sunny today. Maybe I'll walk out there today. I have to be careful walking outside because my oncologist told me stay out of the sun, but I can wear sunscreen. I can have an umbrella. I'll go out there maybe today after I drop off Leanna, go to the gym. Maybe I'll film a video, a walking video, because people have been requesting for me, hey man, I miss your walking video. And I said, so I'll try to do more walking videos. You're right. Corruption in the Philippine government perpetuates poverty in the country. Considering that the country has everything to sustain itself, I hope and pray that things will change. Yeah, I do too. I hope the best for the Filipino people. I hope the best for the country here. It's just unfortunate, but I think it's just I just don't see a way out. It's just the corruption here is just in another level. It's gotten worse over time. It's like people are just so bold now to like the ghost projects. That's, to me, I mean, at least show something. At least like build a wall or something, and not just like just take the money and then create projects on paper. It's like, but it is what it is. This is why I go directly to the person in need and give rather than through. Yes, that's the best way. Go directly to the people like you have before. You reach out to me and we help the school. And I'll always remember that. Aria. It's like, because that I won't take it, I'll give it, it's like if you send it to me, but I try to like not do the fundraiser or for the kids, because I do not want to get in trouble here, it's like I'm not like a foundation. I'm not like, so that's why I kind of moved away from that, because I've seen other bloggers here get in trouble for that. I don't accept money, anymore for that. It's like, if you want me to like do stuff for the kids, I'm careful. It's like, you have to be here. You have to be here in the Philippines, because unfortunately people will accuse you of things, and I don't want that. I just want to make simple videos, videos of everyday life, and also I just want to do the live streams where I can share information with you. I'm always been a law-abiding citizen. I want to keep it that way. I want to keep it. I want to just follow the rules. Follow the rules here in the Philippines. All right, I'm gonna end the live stream here so I can finish Leanna's lunchbox for school today. Take care, everyone. I appreciate your time. I appreciate all the support of our channel. Thank you so much, and God bless. God bless everyone. Thank you, Ria. Appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words, Ria.